Let's get to it. But this is episode 36. Little bit, huh? Almost closing in on that 40.
Yeah, we almost get to that 40. We almost get into that 40.
Man.
40.
As always, the Get Righteous podcast is brought to you by that Blazing That 420 Medicals LLC, as well as BC Marketing LLC for all your custom needs, whether it be hoodies, hats, shirts, onesies, any type of whatever you want to slap in your car. You want a custom headrest. You want some joint laying in the glove box or something. You see the gentleman down bottom for all your marketing needs, whether they be digital needs, whether you need logos, flyers, menus, email marketing, social media management. You see me, I will take care of you. Outside of that, shout outs. We know the vibes. So I see you, my guy. Shout out to so motherfucking focus.
You already know. So
platform.
Barack got jokes. Don't worry. Jokes. I got jokes for you tonight.
You know the platform for so King, not your nigga.
Like to play on another platform.
You dig? So shout out to you. We appreciate you for having us on the other night, man. That was all love. It was beautiful.
Thanks. Also, to follow our brother, follow the bro.
Yes, sir.
Pull you up on soon, so we're about to pull you in.
In terms of advertisement, if you want to advertise with the podcast, all you got to do is DM us and we can talk pricing. We run 15-second, 30-second, 45-second ads. And what we'll do is it'll get you a lot of placement. We'll get some new ears, some new eyes on all of your products, whatever you want to promote via our platforms on all the socials and all the DSPs and all of that good stuff. As well, we have the Patreon, where we have our exclusive content, where we have videos that we do not post on the socials due to, censorship and all of these things. Real, rap, raw, as they say, more thought-provoking things. You can subscribe to the Patreon. There's 2 levels. There's $10, $20 a month. And they each have their collective perks. With that being said,
Facts.
episode 36.
Dude, let me see. Just because I gotta have some shit typed in.
No fly zone.
Episode 36. Talking Pop, was good with you?
Yes, sir. It was good, my guy. Pug was good. Listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat the shit. We just going to get to it. Episode 36. We're talking about the no-fly zone. I saw a lot of things that are brewing within the community, within the podcasting, live streaming community.
What's good?
I was privy to a couple live feeds. I was privy to a couple conversations. And one in particular that rubbed me the wrong way. You understand?
Facts.
So
keep doing your thing up top.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, brother. You definitely keep doing your thing, killing it out here. I love what you're doing.
We gotta keep it going. Also, you already know we about to pull you in as soon as we get this. As soon as he dropped the lines and what's going on. What's good, King?
Word. I saw a few things that I felt needed to be talked about, and seeing as we have the platform to air these things out and to, speak truth to power about things, I figured we could do this with the people who are with us here every single Sunday, faithfully, and always listening, watching through, all of our platforms and all of that stuff. So, Miss Virgo-tastic, I know you in the building. This has to do with you, beloved. Whenever you are ready, you can send that request through and we can chop it up. And Oso is here. We're going to bring Oso on first, and then we will get to you, my dear. So as soon as we get done, shoot that request. Oso coming in. Let's get it.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure we pull Oso.
I can't say. There you go.
Okay.
What's up, fam?
What's good, my guy?
All right, we locked in.
You already know.
Absolutely. Shout out to you, bro, because this week was a vibe, man.
Most definitely. I appreciate y'all, man. Most definitely for coming in, man. The viewers, The kings and queens, man, they love seeing more guy faces, man, with level heads. So they want to keep that going. So we're gonna keep giving it to them, man.
Facts,
We're gonna keep
facts,
giving it.
facts. It was definitely a great, you know what I mean, vibe. You definitely turned it up. You turned it up for the people.
No time.
Absolutely. While we got, I wanted to ask you a question about the platform itself. King, not your nigga. Queen, not your bitch.
Yeah.
What brought you to that name? What brought you to the moniker? What brought you to the brand itself?
So it's a funny story actually. The mother of my daughter, she liked to tell everybody, but it actually started from her. I didn't always have this mindset that I have, today. And when we were together, I used to stay running around. I'm your nigga. I'm that nigga. That's our mindset. That we grow up. And she used to hate for me to say that. She used to hate that word. She would tell me all the time. A lot of our queens see our potential before we do. And she used to tell me all the time, "You're not a nigga. You're a king." And it took me a while to grasp it. But once I really, got to learn my power, that's where that came from. King, not your nigga. It started to inspire the men first, and then I wanted to help inspire the women as well. So queen, not your bitch, because women run around all day calling themselves bitch, the
Facts,
baddest bitch. You know what I'm saying? And it's
facts,
supposed to be
honey.
cool. So that's where that began from, just to basically start back to empowering us, the black community. That's where it started from, and we just keeping it going.
Absolutely.
Facts. You coming in, running in. I know y'all see the bro in, also in. So you coming from also platform. I know. Love the hearts. Love the. Y'all already know.
100. I gotta say, man, like it's because I follow you everywhere. You understand? Like I'm following you on TikTok. I see the difference in I know you post it everywhere, but I feel like that's where you get to create a little bit more. You understand?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I love what you're doing. Very original, which obviously I love. Hilarious, but informative at the same time.
Oh man, that's how you got to do it, because it's like the stuff that we want to speak. Everybody don't want to hear it. I'm just going to be honest. So you
Right.
have to find a way to make it comfortable, to make it listenable. So if I gotta jokefully give it to your ass, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give
Right.
it to you that way, and that's gonna open up a whole different audience to what we are trying to, express. Once we got their attention, oh, it's over from there. It's over from there.
Ab-
Facts.
Absolutely, and I see like one of my favorite things that you do is that nobody else really does. Like it's few and far in between. Obviously, content creation can pick shit out easily. You feel me? The whole sped up vocals aspect of your content.
Yeah.
Yo, I think that's some of the hilarious shit. Like seriously, and I love like I've put so many people on. They're like, "Yo, thank you for pointing me in that direction." Like because is awesome.
Yo, I love the genuine support. I do. Views going up, likes going up, and this is group effort, y'all. I can
Facts.
honestly say I can't do it, and it's not done by myself. Like it's a group effort, man. The viewers, the kings and queens, you gentlemen, all this is an effort, and that's the whole point of this, y'all. So we can continue to build ourselves and build others that's doing somewhat, the same thing. So if we don't do it, who will? You know.
Right. Right.
That's 100. Absolutely. I mean, I've been talking enough. You got anything for?
Huh?
I've been talking enough. You got anything for the brother?
Oh nah, he know, man. We've been rocking out for a minute. As I've been, as I put you on the bro, put you on the fam, and Miss Sharon, bro. We've been at it for a minute, man. We've been building for a minute. We've been putting our minds together. You know, off the social medias. You know what I'm saying, to get to where we at right now. Watch him, continuously to push, his wave and make it happen. Same as us, and it's only right to come together, build together, and make things happen. So y'all know what time it is. I know I'm just happy we in that state of mind in that circle to where we doing what we do. So let's just keep it going, keep it up, and let's bring something for the people tonight. So as you were saying, I know you were saying a little bit in the beginning, Zito, was what where we going at, or what you want to have brought up. I know you hit me and told me you you know, you got some things, some things that need to be said, some things that need to
Yeah.
become happen to just be waking up at the time and was able to jump in that live for a moment, a kind of what you're talking about. So I got to get a little, you know, in on what was said, a few comments from people that come watch our show, and I guess watch the other people's platform. I seen Virgo Tastic knowing that she got her own platform. I seen her over there on their platform. Um, you know, so a few different things, you know, we got to see. So I know you hit me up, said you want to address some things. Who else is here? Baracus, you still in here? You still in here, Baracus? I know Virgo Tastic in here. Because
Yeah.
I'm about to be
And
broke
and
and we got
here's
some things to
before,
be said. So,
before we
you
even get into it, I'm gonna say, because I would actually love Oso's take on this shit too. Virgo Tastic, if you could send the request, I would love to have this conversation right now. I really would. Let's get it. All right. So we wait for the beloveds. All right now.
Oh, like what in the hell? How did that happen? Hey, gentlemen.
What's
okay,
going on?
okay. How you doing tonight? Okay, all right.
How are
Come in
you?
here. We'll make sure you in here too. So you'll get your chance or whatever, just in case you need to say something, got something to say. Once we get through what we got to say, we'll let you slide out and let Barack come in. But as of right now, yeah, we're gonna get it in. We'll let Zito drop on what we talking about or what we building on.
Yeah, yeah.
25. So I give each person, you know, a few minutes to drop what they, you know, drop what you got to say and bring what you need, you know, the situation.
Absolutely. As we all know, as content creators, as people with our own platforms, you know, King not your nigga, Queen not your bitch, Robrants, the Get Righteous podcast, you know, we all have voices. You understand? And a lot of the time we get pulled into shit and pulled into other people's platforms and pulled into conversations that, you know, like to challenge the norm or challenge mindsets, challenge status quo, whatever the case may be, right? The one thing that we do here that separates us from everybody is that we keep shit universal. Like when it comes to the top, when it comes to religion, when it comes to, you know, orientation, whatever the case may be, we don't care about none of that. You're welcome here. You understand? And we have open dialogue, open conversations, and we build on those things. Um, what I saw recently, I saw Miss Virgo Tastic pulled into a different live stream, and she was speaking to the said creators, whatever. And what I saw was a mutual that is here, and he knows who he is, Baracus. You pulled on because that's not on our radar. Like, you feel me? Like, you send us their stuff, you send us, you know, things that they post, invite us to their lives, and you go back and forth with, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about this? Where you made the mistake. You made a mistake of sending me something, and you were telling me about my issues about oppression or my thinking about the oppression of melanated people. You understand? Like, it's a problem. I personally didn't appreciate that. That's where you went wrong, number one. Number two,
And you know better too, so you know what's about to go down.
number two, you pulled Virgo Tastic into said platform, and whatever they do over there, that's their shit. Cool. You know what I mean? You can talk your shit. You can think whatever you want. You can, you know, circle jerk over there with them all you want to. But the one thing you're not going to do is pull one of ours into some bullshit and let them have their way. Not
Fact.
saying not saying that she didn't defend herself or whatever the case may be, but it was a space where she wasn't even allowed to talk. And that's mega corny to me.
Yeah, we don't do that because you
That's
already
something,
know what I do. So your people's on a platform.
and I jumped move in her inbox and I told her, yo, I saw what happened. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of none of that shit. And I let Baracus know what it was. She pulled herself. Cool, whatever you say. Those
Yeah, you're missing the point, Maracas. Is we follow each other, and I said, oh, so Maracas is on. Let me go see what's going on.
exactly.
That's how I got there.
Okay.
That's exactly how I got there. So it wasn't like he sent me something in my DMs and was like, join this pattern. No, it was, oh, I'm on, and I said, oh, Maracas on. Let's see what he's talking about. Which I normally do, especially when he's on with his comic book people and all of that. I tap in, and it just happened to be, oh, okay, this is a conversation.
Right.
So,
Word.
But what I got to do is I got to observe. I got to observe you amongst your peers. I was reading the comments. I was like, oh, okay. You are allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. You can identify whatever you want to identify with, subscribe to whatever you do, whether it be political, non-political, religion-based, whatever the case may be. I'm with the shit 100%. But when I watch you have her up there and they are tearing her apart in the comments and you not do anything about that, not hit her up, not nothing, not say, yo, I was in there like, yo, I know you didn't see the comments, but I was like, yo, this is not the place. Like, let's just exit stage left because they don't want to hear what you got to say. This isn't that type of area. This is that.
Right. Facts.
So I'm curious as to your take on what happened. Also, like, as a content creator, as a personality, also, I would like to know what your take is on these spaces, especially when it comes to political takes and things of that nature, right? I would like to know what your take is on where you draw the line when it comes to protecting your hive.
Okay.
The people who follow you, the people who you genuinely rock with.
Okay. So when I do have touchy topics like such as religion or just political, and I create a space where I like to call it friendly debate. Where no one is right, no one is wrong. You bring your belief, you bring what you believe, and you bring your receipts. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what you believe is what you believe, and what I believe is what I believe. So it's like it's no right or wrong. I call them friendly debates. I stay away from certain things like that because everything don't serve me. You know what I'm saying? Just because you have a higher platform or you may have more viewers and you think it may serve me to be on your platform, if what you do on your platform, like you just say, people negative in the comments, you don't stop that. That doesn't serve me, So you would never catch me on a platform like that. Not nothing
Fact.
against the platform, but
Exactly.
it's just like I go for what serves me,
Right.
and that's all I'm going to do, So I think that we just got to pay attention, especially for us, creative people. We gotta go with the stuff that only serves you. You know what I'm saying? And what you're doing,
Exactly. And that's why I told him. That's why we would have this conversation today. We got our own platform. Like I said, I tapped in because I woke up. I seen that he had sent me something. I told him, but I even told him I got up. I just skipped past it at first. I woke up. It was like at 11 or 12. I'm like, oh, this jump went off. Like, this live is over. You feel me? And
Right.
then I go back and I click. I said, oh, I went there, peeped the scene for a minute. And I said it even in the comments. I said, oh, this ain't for me. You know what I mean? I said this. First of all, the conversation weak anyway. The people who talking, the people who running the platform is weak anyway. Baracus, and that's your peoples, and can't none of them fuck with me. That's why you don't tag me in that type of shit. Now I'm on you. You don't tag me, I comment, or put my name in that type of shit because you know how I'm coming. The whole shit was weak. The whole platform was weak. Ain't none of them on there talking about nothing, no facts, nothing real. So that's exactly what I told Zito. Skip, get up out of here. They ain't even our wave. They ain't even how we rock. So when it come to other motherfuckers' platforms, you already know what time it is. Them shit's weak. Them shits ain't doing nothing. They ain't moving nothing. Barack, you already know if them your people, I eat all them up. Just like I told them in the comments, ain't nobody comment to me, say nothing, because I already know what it is. So that's why I said, Zito, do what you do. This
Yeah.
your night.
Because all that fast talking shit, all of that, not letting people talk and not being open to hearing the opposite side of what you're talking about, that's not how
it's
progress.
not dialogue.
You understand? That's not how we do this. You feel me? If you wanted to invite somebody on and you wanted to have an open conversation like we have with many people, who have differing views and everything like that, you're not going to see no goofy shit like that. People get ripped in the comments, people cracking jokes in the comments. You're not going to see none of that. This is a public forum. I'm 100% clear on that, and I'm okay with any type of smoke that comes our way because we know how to defend ourselves and we know what we bring to the table. You understand? But this is a community, like I said, and what I saw with one of mine that's in somebody else's territory. This is just some regular shit, regular protective shit. I did not like that. Miss Reyes, I would like to give you the floor for you to speak your piece about this.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, it didn't really matter about the comments for me. I'm secure within myself. I really don't give a fuck about what anybody else has to say.
Right.
So I'm good with that.
Right.
And now the thing that not triggered, that's a terrible word. The thing that bothered me the most, I should say, is in this, it's first of all who the platform was and the level. Okay, I'm about teach one, reach one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, those people are younger than me. You know what I'm saying? They're much younger than me. And so I came in that mindset as auntie. That's why they kept calling me auntie through the comments. It's auntie. I saw like some of them go. And so I'm like, listen, y'all Negroes really need to learn and like wake up. Like y'all are really, really lost. You know what I'm saying? And to really be, and when I say really lost, it's to the fact that for you to disclaim, slavery, disclaim civil rights as not a catalyst to where we are today is asinine. It's asinine. And so I would say, that doesn't mean you have to be bound by all of it. It was more so that you look, they bled for me. They did all that for me. I'm going to recognize it and let that be my catalyst to move forward and let that be something that helps me push forward. The thing that bothered me about Baracus, I didn't see the first set of comments, but then they invited me back because I guess I was not volatile, but I had great content and all of that. So they sent me, now just also I want you to make sure that my husband was not happy either. My husband was like, my husband, I didn't read any of the comments. My husband was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know anything. It's when I came, what'd you say?
I said, that's okay. We have to get right to this podcast cookout this year. Everybody invited. Barack is you too.
Whatever was said, my husband was not pleased. So I guess he joined into the party too. No, they wouldn't let, but they're cherry pickers. And that's why I started saying, I don't know if you understood me saying, I was saying blue shirt. And they were like, what's blue shirt? I was like, when you have a house that's on fire, but you can only focus on the man to the right with the blue shirt.
Right.
That's irrelevant. You have to fix the house that's on fire. The fact that he has a blue shirt on is stupid. Stop talking about the man in the blue shirt. Let's get this house put out. Mm-hmm. And, okay, let me go back to Baracus. I came back in and I went into the live that they invited me on, but my husband was so pissed off. He was like, don't do it. Like, just stop. And so I was like, okay. But I saw Baracus in the comments berating me in the comment. He has a mob mentality. Here it's, hey, queen, how you doing, queen? Hey, queen, hey, queen. And in that one, it was, you drunk this time? You're sober this time? Being very nasty with those people.
Okay.
And it's like, everybody who has a drunk mind speaks a sober heart. Wow. And I was being 100 with these young people. You know what I mean? And then it's why can't older people understand when we're done? No, we understand 100% when we're the bridge between the old and the new, our age. Mm-hmm. We're the bridge between y'all and them old folks. But Baracus was like, I hope you're not drunk. I hope you're not this. And I hope you're not, just being real nasty and volatile. That's the problem I have with you, sir. If you know me.
I know you in here. So from now on, when you're talking to one of ours, especially one of our queens, to watch your mouth.
Period.
Yeah, you are off. You are out of pocket. And I can't wait to bring your ass on here. You are out of pocket. You are out of line. You act like you didn't even know me. You act like you didn't know who I was, on a normal, but you act like you didn't even know. So that's my problem with you, sir. What?
Hey, yeah, you want to bring
it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Listen, were you drunk? No, I was cocktailed. drunk and like, I could see if I was talking nonsense and talking out of the side of my neck and I was like, you know, being ridiculous. That's different. That's different. And yeah, but if I did say, oh, you know, incomplete, you know, like, oh, excuse me, incomplete, I would always correct myself in that stance. But what you were doing, I'm on my rope rants. I'm just as cocktailed here. I'm just as cocktailed. So it didn't matter where I was. It was how you handled the situation that was the problem, sir. You were very degrading in front of these people that you know I really don't know, but was over there because of you. And you just was like, here you go. And just like I was talking about how they were disrespecting the black girl on their show.
Yeah, that's cool. I got
They
something.
let some white boy come in there just talk all kind of crazy to her. There is 2 other black men on there, and they just let that girl just did wildly, like to the point he was like, "Shut the fuck up! I don't want to hear what you have to say." That kind of disrespect. It wasn't basic disrespect.
That's why you over there. Well, we see what type
You know what I'm saying?
of garage and you know back and forth you playing. So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I don't mind being in a space of people who are not like-minded. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? In fact, you know, that's fine for me because I get to see perspectives and they or point of views but the problem is when you don't accept someone else's point of view.
Oh yeah, no.
That's where it starts to shut down.
You know,
And so yeah, they would take things that were like I would say something grand or not grand, but generally speaking, overall points, and they would take at and run with and take at out and run with at. Like if I was supposed to say, you know, don't speak for people, don't speak at people, they would say, oh, don't speak at people. They would take that.
Right.
At. Cocktailed is not drunk, Baracus. Cocktailed is where you still have your whereabouts, where you still have your, you know, everything, and you're just feeling nice. You're just enjoying your night. You're just enjoying some wine. You're just enjoying maybe a blunt. You just enjoy. That's that.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I was on there like, blah, blah. No.
You know,
There's a difference.
Right. And here's the thing, like to give this even more context, this is why we've had the conversation on a few episodes about allies and when people fake being allies. Not saying they're doing Baracus.
no, that's where you going.
No, that's where it's at for me.
When
That's where it's at for me.
No, you know, we don't do no sugarcoating. You know what time it is with you now.
That's why I didn't respond to near one of his comments in that thing. That's where it's at for me. For you to even come out your neck like that, like come on, bro. I'm in the same state of mind that I'm in every time we're on here. The same state of mind, regardless. So save it. And there were a lot of points that I did agree with. I didn't deny that. I said, yeah, I agree with that. But what you all are missing is this is why this is. You see what I'm saying? So I did agree with a good portion of what they were saying. But that had nothing to, but the why is the issue. The why and the how. That's where the issue is, not the what. Not the what.
Absolutely. And
so stop, but it doesn't, even if I agree with him, it doesn't excuse your behavior.
Yeah, listen, like I said before, it has less to do with them. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, that's somebody. Yeah, that's my platform. I told you when you called me and you hit me, I said, well, we got our own platform. You know what I mean? You want to do a session, address it.
Yeah.
I'm not
here now, on our platform, but that's somebody else's platform. So that's why I say, even in the comments, when nobody wanted to engage with me, when I told them what it was, you know what I mean? One person did say, well, I like to talk to you and build with you. And I told them I'm all for that because that's what y'all need to learn on this. Before I even got off their platform, you know what I mean? I let them know. I said, what y'all need to learn is y'all need to learn how to circle y'all build so y'all can learn how to build off each other and what each other's saying. Other than that, this is a lost cause.
Yeah. But what
you know what I'm saying?
What I attributed it to is them being is their level of life in a sense, you know, like I'm not calling them 12. That's not what I'm saying. They're grown, but I think that they're
some young kids. They talking about.
Yeah, they're in their 20s. I think the oldest one out of all of them, for the most part, is 30. You know, that's the oldest one of all of them. And I think that there are other people who kind of come in who are older. But the people who are older, we have actual dialogue.
Yeah, exactly.
But the younger ones are the ones that are like, cherry picking and pulling and trying to be right. That's what it all really all boils down to me, when it comes down to like that you can't, if you're so busy trying to be right, you can't hear what anybody else is saying. All you hear is your next point based off of a blue shirt.
And
And
talking
and
they
that's my
talk
biggest point, because what I saw them doing when I say they weren't allowing you to talk, it was like, all right, they have their narrative that they want to put, and it sounds
Yep.
very eerily familiar to the right wing nut jobs and all of that bullshit. Like I said, you can subscribe to whatever the hell you want to subscribe to. You know what I'm saying? What you drink don't make me pissed. But the issue is that right there, the level of disrespect that they had towards her. If this is your people, you should have been in there like, yo, this is my people. Watch your fucking mouth. You understand? Like,
But go ahead.
this is where the lack of community is, and this is why when I put the thing when I put the poster up for the podcast, like the state of podcasting, because this is what we're running into now. You understand? Like with everything that's going on and political world and all of that bullshit, you're seeing more and more people come through on different people's platforms, and this is the shit that they're starting.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
community, especially in our own community, in the Black community. And as I said to Barakas in that live, I'm like, bro, I ain't got shit to say to you. I'll fucking embarrass you in here.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
I even when he sent me that shit the first time, like I said, this isn't the point of me not agreeing and disagreeing. Like they have some points, 100%.
Oh yeah, thanks. Like you said, that's their platform. So
And
I
I here and I talked before and all of that good shit. But what I'm not gonna do as a member of this community, you understand, is allow that type of shit to happen. Then we are in control of that.
right.
Yep, absolutely. And so, yeah, he acted like he didn't even know me at all,
Right.
and that was like, oh, don't get me wrong. We're not besties. Like you two, I've known you since Enfamil and pacifiers.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
You know what I'm
You
saying? At one point, I probably babysat one. No, I'm just joking,
yeah.
but
Hey, man.
so I've known you all literally all of your lives, and so I don't, so I do it, and I appreciate that. So let me stop. Let me also say I appreciate that sentiment. I appreciate, the king, covering the queen. I appreciate all of that, and I'm not taking that away at all. And I was saying that to say is you see how I'm talking now? That's exactly the way I was talking then. So it wasn't like, again, it wasn't.
Oh, you look
Anyways.
over here. This is what we do. We know.
Yeah, so anyways, so the thing about with Barack is that
eyes closed, but
he
you know what? He's still here. He focused.
he joined a mob, a bandwagon, a witch hunt, as if he had no idea, who I was. What he even watches my lives, so exactly who I am.
Exactly.
So stop acting brand new. That was the issue for me. You acting real brand new. We're not besties. We ain't known each other for 20, 30, 40 years. We know that's fine. And we met on this platform.
Exactly. So that's my thing too. Like, what I mean? Like I said, Barack is still Barack. You know what I mean? Like I said, I know it. He gonna come through. I know. Yeah. Like I said, watch what you want.
Yeah, poor Oso just sitting there like.
Want to go on. But when you rocking with us, like, you know what I mean? Just know you rocking with some real ones. So when we expect to see you somewhere else, I want you to be the same way as you was, you know what I mean, on our platform. And if you're not, you know what I'm saying, at least I know now, who we dealing with. That's all.
Yeah, that's what it is for me. I don't expect nothing from him. He showed me who he was that night. I don't expect nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? Zero. So again, he showed me who he was that night. Cool. That's who you are. Duly noted. Check. It's that simple. It is that simple.
When you go over there with the entourage, you got the, you know what I mean, the kahunas, you're on your Don Mob shit. And then when you come over here, you're on your soft shit. I gotta uplift you, bring you back. I gotta give you them kahunas back to send you back off. So we're gonna keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? You still my boy.
Yeah. So we're good. And I ain't even gonna unfollow you, honey. I'm gonna let you watch me.
Yeah, nah, he gonna keep it. You gotta watch. You need the content. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna let you watch me, baby.
1, 2. So, but that's what it is. I mean, and Barack, if you want to come and you got to say some piece or something too, let us know. Because even if I know, I'm a host, and I'll slide out if I need to. It's no matter. No.
Oh, 100%.
You can bring him in. I slide out. You can bring him in.
Yeah, Oso's like, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
I
He said,
go
I'll see y'all in the
Go
comments.
with us for the night to host the co-store shit and see what it is. But like I said, it's always 50-50 here. Everybody got they say. We all got our feelings. Always, y'all know this is Get Righteous podcast. So if you still in here, rocking, and you ain't crawl out yet, and you do want to come on the video, you got that chance. Come say what you say. Come build. Come let it be known so we can get. Like I said, this is the let it be known, build on what it was, and then get that shit up out of here. Get that energy up out of here so we can get it up out of here now and continue on with the movement. If not, if you don't have nothing to say, we can slide it into something
Now,
and switch it.
and
And I'm
here's
about to say is
thing, right?
switch it.
The segue out of that into what this another piece of it is for me, and it was a glaring difference, obviously, because we all know we are all melanated people. We know that there are two different types of melanated people. You got people like us, and you got these tap dancing ass niggas, right?
Oh, I didn't
So
say that.
when,
I'm
when we start busting down who is who and all of these things, you understand? It's like when people start to subscribe to the quote unquote tap dancing. Now, when I say tap dancing, right, is a lot of the time you negate facts for the accepted fact. You understand? Now, an example of that, Baracus and a lot of people like Baracus of the conservative mind, they have an issue with critical race theory. You understand? And they have an issue and they feel as if black folks have a victim mentality. Right? Now, the tap dancers will say and bring up these points because it puts them in alignment with who they share the same mindset with, that hive mindset that you spoke to earlier. You understand? And when you speak about these platforms, and you're pumping your message out to these people through these DSPs and everything like that, it aligns you. This is why I personally said, like, I have no affiliation with no type of politics. I don't subscribe to any type of religion. You understand? So I can call shit the way that it is. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
when I personally see the tap dancers clash
The whole damn live.
with the people who really know what time it is, it makes me think. It literally brings me back to, you need to separate yourself from those type of people. Those aren't the real people that you need to be around for anybody who subscribes to that bullshit.
Not to cut you off, but what was the conversation? So when you hit me up and I called you after we got done messaging, I let you message. I'm like, all right, he want to get it in. You know what I mean? We gonna bring it up. We gonna get it on Sunday. But when I call you, what I say? The first thing I said to you was what? None of that shit got to do nothing with us. We got our own platform. We got our own shit going on. We guest starring on well, I don't want to say the wrong slogan, but on Oso's show. You feel me? We here, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting called, we on different platforms.
A good lifting.
Doing your own thing, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was the first thing I said to you. I said none of that shit. Now I was in there, so I can't say something because I was in the live and I did see. But at the end of it, what I say, none of that shit mattered to us. None of it, really. I mean, we're gonna bring it up and address it because it is neutral. Because, like I said, one of the people that was on there, he watched our show. He was just in the comments, you know what I'm saying? So we have to bring it up. But other than that, the first thing I said was, "What this shit ain't." This is why I tell you, you flick through something within 5 seconds, you know if that shit is for you or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, it wasn't even about if it was
you know
like.
what I'm saying? Let me get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it was. For me, again, I'm about, teach one, reach one. And so I was like, listen, these, I'm going to sit here and tell you, how I feel, not how I feel. I'm going to give you the facts. I understand. I don't believe in Black victimhood. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? If anything, we're survivors, we're victors. If anything, we're anything else but victims.
I told you that earlier in the podcast. We had these conversations.
Yeah. Yeah. If anything else, we're
They think this shit, that shit over with. Like, ain't nobody worried about that. We about building and moving, not to cut you off.
Thank you. Thank you. But the key is you have to know where you come from in order to know how you're going to build. You have to take the history. History, that's the point of history. You know what I'm saying? Why are you going to allow to, you have to learn from history to not make the same damn mistakes. You learn, just like in life. Your life mistakes that you made in the 20s, you know what I'm saying? You should have learned from that and progressed in your more adult 30s and your more adult 40s and so on and so forth. That's the same premise. I made a mistake. Like, let's just take this is just a random example. A credit card. You went and got a credit card, ran that credit card to the max, you know, did what you had to do. Now your credit card's messed up. And now your credit's messed up. You've learned from, you should have learned from that because it's a historical situation that happened, and take it to catapult you to not mess up your damn credit in your 30s. You know, to fix it. You learn to not make the same mistake twice. And that was the point, and that was the purpose of me even saying what I was saying, but it seemed like it didn't get through. All they kept harping on and all they kept focusing on is black trauma. And I'm like, what? Like,
this is another quote of mine. When they not ready, just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? When they not ready for the build, they not ready for where you at and what you doing. You gotta keep it moving. So somewhere down the line, they'll find you. They'll find your live. They'll come back too.
Right.
Somewhere through the road, the facts will come through flying, knock them in the head, and then they'll spin back around and try to find you. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, it's been going on for the last 2.5 years.
100. Also, yo, I would like to know what you feel about or what your take would be on our content creators and how you feel folks should handle the whole politicized subscription per se, if that's your niche, your genre of your platform and everything like that. How do you feel? Like, where do you feel everybody should fall on that?
Messy is messy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got messy people and you got people that have structure. So believe it or not, a lot of this social media shit, people thrive off the messy shit. You know what I'm saying? People thrive off it. So, you know, like I said, like how the Queen just said, I'm just not gonna watch the shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Point blank. If it don't align with me, it don't register with me, why keep putting myself? I don't gotta get in the comments and argue with you. I already see that your shit don't register with me.
Right.
So we have to take that. Only you can, you know, realize where y'all need to go from here. Look, that shit don't serve me. Why even deal with it? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, this platform cool. Y'all debate on this motherfucker. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, brother, all right, sister, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I can roll with y'all. You know, so it's 100 other platforms out here, you guys. You know, so you don't have to go back to that platform, man. Come on, man, it's messy. Messy is messy.
Right.
I don't care how you put it.
Thanks.
Shoot.
oh yeah, that's true. I agree. But you know, again, I'm never. You know, one of the things I have to say about these young people, and I shouldn't call them young people. They're adults. These people who are younger than us, is that one of the things they do provide, like outside of that conversation, in particular, they do provide some, you know, they're very intelligent, you know, all of that. So I don't want to sit here and, you know, just because there are a lot of parts you miss and a lot of lives that you don't see. So I don't want to sit here and paint these people as if, you know, that is literally picked and put them in the box. Like that is just their shit. You know what I mean? Like they do offer, you know, a lot of them offer, I think one of them offers like wealth management, you know what I'm saying? Somebody offers, you know, there's some other businesses and stuff like that in line that is helpful to content. Like I'm sure if you saw their wealth management live, you know, you'd be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And so I respect the knowledge that they have. It's just that there's more to be had. And that's where I kind of stepped in and jumped in. That's why I was like, auntie, because you learn from your elders. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like a lot of them did not have real guidance from real elders. You know what I mean? And that's not their fault, but it's very important. Like just like you have a 32-year-old grandma who's still out here in the club. You know what I'm saying? That's not guidance to your daughter. That's not guidance to your granddaughter. You know what I mean? So so that's not a real elder in that respect. But if you have a real elder who is really doing some shit and really got their head on straight, that's the one we need to sit there and talk to. And so that's what I was providing. But the fact is, they've been so jaded from their elders, they can't see the tree from the forest. And that is what I found so sad about, I found it sad. I found it interesting. And I felt that it was, I'm not scared. I don't give a shit what you say. I don't give a shit what you're talking about. I'm going to stand up and be there. I'm going to say what I got to say. I'm grown. So I doubly don't give a shit about what you have to say. Okay. And so it is what it is. So it's not that it didn't serve me. I felt more so it was a moment to be an elder. That's where I felt it was. And I think that's the problem with elders, especially in our generation. We are elders. We're the aunties and the unks. And so for us not to step in, and that's actually one of the things they said, that where are the aunties and the unks? You hear them saying there's nobody there guiding them into what,
They still out.
yeah, they still out here just naked with diapers on in the middle of the street, and nobody's there coming to pick them up. And then the only person that come pick them up is the policeman. Thank you, Mr. Police Officer. Now I love police officers.
Yeah.
But the elder wasn't there to protect them in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is the standpoint that I was coming from. And that's why I really didn't care about what the comments were saying. I really didn't care about, what these young people had to say about me to me. I agree with a good portion of what you're saying, but you guys are still missing a key important part. And that's the key important part that the elders are supposed to bring.
Right.
They're supposed to pass down in a positive way, not to keep them bonded and in bondage and chain. No, to teach them, listen, these white people ended up on our shores. Are we going to let them happen again, or are we going to kill them the next time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
So are we going to take that, we're going to sit there and let them welcome in, do Thanksgiving and all that shit, and teach them how to plant and teach them how to survive? No, you're gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Learn from the history prior to yours. But if you don't have the history, how are you supposed to? Now you take everything everybody else says as truth because you don't know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I said it's more so the eldership to me. And I was very disappointed with Baracus, period. That's what it was for me.
I think it speaks to narrative control also, though. Honestly.
Oh yeah, huge now. But
A lot of people who rock with me on the other socials and everything, they're like, "Yo, I'm just gonna call you the narrative destroyer," because
huge.
at the end of the day, like we gonna call we gonna keep it a band across the board. You call a spade, whatever the fuck. Like when there's bullshit to be called out, you call it out.
Yep.
When it comes to these platforms, like we discussed before with the whole Joe Rogan shit versus the Whoopi Goldberg shit, and X, Y, and Z. There's what they feel it is. There's what they think it is, and in the middle of that is the truth. And the truth is the truth. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, whether you want to accept the truth is something totally different.
Mm-hmm. Right, but there's nobody. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The truth chops through the narrative. The truth burns down the narrative.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Narrative can be falsified. Truth can never change.
Facts. Got to keep them facts.
Yep, and that's all I was dropping facts, and they couldn't take it, and they kept trying to take those facts and say, "Oh, what about you're focusing on victimhood." No, the hell I'm not. I'm just telling you the facts. That's it's the fact. If you view people who are being eaten up by dogs and by hoses and in slavery as victims, you're calling them victims.
Right.
Nobody ever called them a victim but you.
Right, and to be clear, holding people accountable for their shit, you understand, is not playing into oppression, playing into or whatever the case may be. That's not what that is.
Right.
When we speak on the histrionics of us as Black people, and if we say something along the line, us being the original man, the woman was first, all things that we have discussed. You understand? If it doesn't gel with your core belief, your narratives that you got swooning in your fucking head, then that's on you to go dig that up.
Right.
Go bust that down. You feel me?
So what's going on over there? What you got?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what I got over here.
Yeah, so that's really what it was for me. I can go ahead and slide out so Baracus come on in if you like. I'm
still in, but like you said, hey, if he is, he is. He can come through, not to cut you off. But other than that, I just wanted y'all to be able to,
Oh yeah, he's still here.
at least for this episode, bring this up and get this on about the way.
Yeah. So I just know that I didn't feel I shouldn't say I'm gonna say I didn't feel disrespected in a sense because I had my auntie hat on. I was being an elder. You're gonna get, just like you're gonna get opposition. You're gonna get all of that, when you're talking to people who think they know everything. Um, and so I didn't have a problem with that. I already knew what I was walking into when I joined.
Mm-hmm.
What I did not expect is the disappointing behavior from Baracus. I'm not going to say it's hurtful. I don't know you like that, bro. I'm gonna say it's disappointing because you do know me like that.
Right.
You actually know me like that. As far as my platform where I'm in Road Branch, where I come from, you do. So it was disgusting and it was disappointing. That's really what it is for me. But I'm gonna let you stay on. I'm gonna let you keep following me because I'm gonna let you keep watching me, boo.
Right.
But just know that I know who you are, baby, and it's really no changing that. And that's really what it all boils down to.
Let's get it.
And that's what grown people do. That's what grown people do. You know what I mean? They realize, they tell you, believe somebody when they tell you the first time, believe them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time you told me that you're a bandwagoner. You are a follower. Again, you act like you didn't even know me or what I stood for or who I was. And I actually kind of identify as a conservative despite my road rants.
Right.
You know what I mean? And and I don't always agree with y'all.
Right.
But that does not cause disrespect and and nastiness among us.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's not how you build. Like that's
no.
And that's my point. You understand? Like, and that's the problem with, people with platforms and things of that nature. And it's,
no contention.
What allow and the culture that you create within your platform. You understand? When it comes to brand and everything like that, everything is strategic. Like we knew what the fuck we was doing when we started the Get Righteous podcast. We knew the aim. We know what we're bringing, what we're doing, where we going, the whole shit. And everything is succinct with our movements. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Like,
and everything came with an inspiration too.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I know what's inspired me for my road brands is the insurrection.
Mm-hmm.
That inspired mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I got to hear what the hell that, I'm here for it. So that's just like whatever triggered catapulted. Triggered is the wrong word because I don't like the original, the original definition of triggered, I'm cool with, but what it is turned into.
Right.
No. So I try not to use that word, but I'm trying again. We've been to that good old MSD education, okay? You know what I'm saying? So again, I appreciate what you guys, whatever inspired. That's the proper word. Whatever inspired you guys to start this. I've been on it since day one. Been with you guys since day one, and it is what it is. We may not agree on everything.
Yeah,
but what we do maintain is respect. And so that is, in no contention. So that's what I can appreciate the most. All right, bring that Baracus on here so I can let him defend himself on this bullshit.
Because we're not going to sit here and talk all this shit and allow you not to,
Yeah, let him get his POV in.
Yeah, I'm about to say because it's about that time too, so you got to jump in so we can close it and keep the episode at time.
Yeah, keep it moving.
We got like 5 minutes. I don't think he's in here anyway.
And if you don't want to say
thanks, Cuzzo, you already know. Ben left, like I said. He left probably
like the opportunity to come and speak your piece.
Yeah, I think he left about 20 minutes ago, though.
Oh. He was still on I just checked like 2 minutes ago prior to me saying that he was still there because the other people are live now. So he's there for that.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course. So,
coming.
We know
coming. So, we know it's going to be, they were saying all of this, everything, and it's going to turn into, hey, all right, you feel this way, then you come over here, and we can talk. And you know what it's going to be.
But I ain't scared, so.
Please.
It is what it is. And
nobody ain't nobody
never ran.
Ain't not been getting no they not even about to get no following, no nothing, no type of nothing off of nothing. So they ain't getting nothing. He can go over there and talk what he do. That's where he need to be at. His entourage is at. That's what's up. I already heard the conversation. I heard
That's
they
what this
talk. They
is
some
about.
young people trying to find their way. When they get some facts, then they can holler at me. Until
Right.
then, they can keep it going and keep it moving. But to the family that was with us tonight and came in and locked in with us, you know, we love y'all. We love y'all for coming through, especially for tonight. We had to heat up a little bit, you know, get some pointers across, you know, run through a few things that have been happening. So,
Tonight wasn't your typical episode. This was more
yeah, definitely.
this was more accountability based
Yeah.
because we know we know what comes with, you know, having your own platform, and we respect it too much to let sucker shit slide.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And, you know, you guys came in with your capes, okay? And so, you know, I appreciate that. Well, I didn't see the comments. I didn't know what was going on. But,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, as far as the fact that you even felt the way you felt. So I appreciate the love. I appreciate the respect. And I appreciate all of that, guys. So I really, really appreciate that. Like I said it 5 times. So much love and respect, gentlemen. That for sure. For sure.
Absolutely, you got it. You know, it's our pleasure.
I mean, it really speaks volumes to what I was seeing on the other side and how they just let that girl be disrespected with no qualms. And then you all weren't even in it. And you be like, listen, let me, let me address this real quick. So that speaks volumes about your manhood. You know, it really, really does. And so it's much appreciated for sure. For sure. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here so y'all can go ahead and keep this thing moving.
All right, yes, definitely.
Take care of yourself. Just know that we always got you.
Definitely.
Oh, duly noted. Duly noted.
No.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right.
Right.
That's that.
That's that. Family, y'all already know.
Absolutely.
Zito, you got anything to say?
Nah, I'm done, man. Episode 37 next week.
I'll lock this up so you go ahead and put this on the rest of the platforms.
You know
Love y'all for coming through. Lock in with us. Y'all know what it is. Sundays at 8. Also, looks on coming through. We'll be on his platform. Follow also. We'll be rocking with also Monday, tomorrow night, I believe, and on Wednesday. So look out. We'll be popping some flyers up. And other than that, y'all don't stay locked in with your boys just to get right this podcast. It's King Heru we using. And you know who on top, Espizito. Peace.
Peace.
I used to ask myself.